Will Ryan Poles keep the number 9 overall pick in this year's draft, or will he trade that as well? Let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, my NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears, daily Chicago Bears videos on this channel. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you're notified, by the way, when I drop a new video. Yes, the beard is gone. I did shave, and it was getting quite itchy, folks. But don't worry, it'll be back. It'll be back, so look a little different, but business as usual. Okay, so let's talk about this, all right? Will Ryan Poles keep or trade the number 9 overall pick? Now that I'm kind of putting free agency behind us, like for the most part, I'm not expecting any other major moves. Like we could add a defensive end here, an offensive lineman there, but for the most part, I'm not expecting anything monumental. I'm basically saying, okay, free agency for the most part is done. And it was a very successful one at that. Go check out my recent videos. I graded every single move, etc. Now that that is over, I'm flipping the page and turning over to the draft. And when I take a look at the draft, the first question I have is, okay, are we even keeping this number 9 overall pick that we got from the Panthers when we got the number 1, when we traded away the number 1 overall pick, or are we flexible to moving this one as well? And here's where I stand, all right? So I've mentioned this before, but the Bears have the number 9 pick, and then they don't pick until like pick 53, I think, all right? And then they have like 64, like they have a few picks, kind of next to each other. But it's a big gap from 9 to 53, okay? So will Ryan Poles try to trade back maybe so that he can get more picks so he's not so far apart from first and second round? I certainly don't think he trades up. I mean, he could, but for the most part, I don't think so. So really, we're talking about staying at 9, or we're talking about trading back. All right, and let me use the Bears as the example, the Bears themselves as the example here. The previous regime, if you guys have forgotten them, let me remind you, Ryan Pace and company, when they traded up, the one good thing they did, right, was trade up to get Justin Fields. I'm not sure if you guys realize this. I'm sure, in the moment, we're all thinking, okay, we just got Justin Fields, forget everything else, and it was the trade that I would have made, certainly worked out. But the Bears traded up to get Justin Fields in that draft in 2021. And the Bears had the 20th overall pick, and they traded up to 11, okay, with the Giants to get Fields. In that trade, they gave up that 20th pick and a 5th round pick that year. But not only that, they gave up a 1st round pick and a 4th round pick next year for Justin Fields. So it was a decent haul for the Giants to trade down 9 spots, and it's not like the Giants had the first pick, obviously. It's the 11th pick. So why I bring that up to you guys is because I believe if Ryan Poles gets that type of offer where somebody at 20th, right, or 19 wants to trade up to 9 because they want to get Anthony Richardson, Will Levis, like quarterbacks that could slip down. Certainly I don't expect, Bryce Young or CJ Stroud to be at 9, but maybe those other 2 quarterbacks, they slip down there, and maybe we see a team like a Tampa Bay at 19, a Washington Commanders team at 16, want to trade up to 9. If they give us a haul similar to this, where it's like, okay, you're swapping picks, I get a 5th, I get a 1st, I get a 4th, I think Ryan Poles would do it. I think he'd do it. And so, if that opportunity presents itself, I'd want Ryan Poles to do it as well. Now, certainly there's players at 9 that you're like, okay, I want this guy, right? Paris Johnson, the offensive lineman from Ohio State, Peter Skrnowski, the offensive lineman from Northwestern. Like, they're guys that we have kind of targeted in our heads, and we're like, we want these guys. But are we saying like they are going to change the trajectory of the franchise? Like, we could still get more draft picks, find players similar. You get my point here. If we get a good enough haul, I think Ryan Poles does it. All right, again, if we get a good enough haul, right, Ryan Poles does it. So ultimately, question being, will he keep or trade the number 9 overall pick? The answer is he will keep it for the most part, unless he gets an offer that blows him away, similar to that offer for the number 1 overall pick. So I don't think Ryan Poles is locked into saying, okay, got my blinders on, I'm not looking anywhere, I'm not picking up the phone, I'm not trading away this number 9 pick. I think he is, focused on picking at 9. But if somebody calls and they say, hey, you can have all of this, and, we could trade down for the number 9, and they get that pick, I think he'd do it. I think he'd do it. So that's where I'm at, folks. Let's see if a desperate team emerges. This could go all the way till draft day. Don't expect anything to happen right now. I'm talking literally could go up until draft day. On draft day, it could be a move that would be made. Put a gun in my head right now, I'd probably say we stay at 9, but you never know. It could happen. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below as always. Thanks for watching.